Yo, yo, yo. What's going on? What's happening, good people? Let me flip this screen real quick. Let me make sure I'm coming in because I have no idea. Okay, yeah, I'm coming in. All right, let me cut that down. Exit out of that. What's the deal, everybody? How y'all doing this morning? I figured I was just reading a couple stories and thought I'd just go ahead and do an impromptu live real quick for people who prefer the earlier times of day. I typically get comments from people, saying that they're usually asleep when I go live, typically from my people overseas. So hi twin, Miss Maskless, what's the deal, darling? Thank you for taking the time to watch. I know you're at work. Thanks, girl. I saw 3 fingers in the chat earlier. My dear brother JP is here as well too. It's nice to see you pop up in the chat, JP. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And yeah, so I just had a lot of stuff going around, what's going on right now. I just thought I'd come on and just talk about a little bit of this stuff. Your client rescheduled. Woo, hey! Stuff happens for a reason, baby. Well, thanks for being here, Miss Masters. Appreciate you. Yeah, so I really didn't anticipate, much of anybody being on right now. So I'm actually surprised to see this couple people here. So I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, got a phone call. Some people know I haven't been, so I've had much more of a presence on YouTube recently because I haven't been working. So I just got a phone call earlier. So I've just been offered an opportunity to get an insurance license because that's the industry I work in. I've been doing it for years, but have never obtained a license. So I just got a call for an offer to actually obtain an insurance license. So I'm like, well, yeah. So that's pretty dope. So I'm pretty excited about that. And as I was reading the news this morning, it got kind of like amped, like, whoa, we need to go live and talk about this. So yeah, thank you, darling. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so I really needed that. Like, I've been in the insurance industry for a few years now, and just to find out the work that I've been doing unlicensed, there's a company out there who's like, wait, what do you mean you haven't had a license but you've been doing X, Y, and Z? Like, that doesn't make sense. So yeah, they were pretty excited to give me a job offer, and they offered me a lot of money. So I went on ahead and took it. Like, yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that, man. It's really good news. So yeah, so let's get into this. Now, I don't know, with you being at work right now, Ms. Maskless, you probably haven't had the opportunity to take a look at this story here. Now, there was just a fire in New York yesterday. One of the worst fires in New York history leaves 19 dead, including children. Yeah, I thought I'd touch on this story because as I was reading this article, all of the number symbolism, all the numerology just kept jumping out at me. So I thought I'd come on and talk about it. So first off, leaves 19 dead. 9 of the dead were children, including a 4-year-old. So this is pretty sad. This is a pretty huge fire. And for them to mention 9 of the dead were children, that's pretty significant. They want you to pay attention to these 9s. Yeah, of course. And I thought about it. What was yesterday's date? Yesterday's date was the 9th. So there's another 9. So 666, I guess. So let's see. A 5-alarm fire at a high-rise apartment building has left at least 19 people dead and over a dozen critically injured in New York, in the New York borough of the Bronx. Many are hospitalized with smoke inhalation. The fire broke out on the 3rd. There's a 3. We know how important 3 is to the occult. So the fire broke out on the 3rd floor of the 19-story building on Sunday morning. While the original cause remains unknown, firefighters were called to the site around 11 a.m. local time. So yeah, here's another thing. 11 a.m. of all times, they were called at 11 a.m. This happened on the 9th. There you've got 9/11 backwards. What's going on here, guys? Yeah, so once I was reading this, I'm like, oh, we gotta dive into this because the most important time to talk about this stuff is within the first few hours. First few hours, these stories break before they start changing the numbers up. because these little breadcrumbs are put there for a reason for people like us to understand what's going on with this. So I'm not saying this didn't happen. No, 100% I am not saying that. I'm just saying this event, they want eyes on it for a reason. So that's what I'm saying. All right. So the fire units were called at 11 a.m. local time. And say the door to the apartment where it began was left open. Let me see, allowing the conflagration to spread more quickly. Videos from the scene showed flames and smoke billowing out of a third-story window as people climbed down a ladder mounted by rescuers. So let's take a look at some of this video footage. It's crazy, y'all. One of the worst fires in New York history kills 19 people. Look at that. That's pretty wild. Yeah. I had no idea this happened. I heard nothing about this yesterday. Yeah. So as I continue to read the article, I'm going to show you what really made me want to come online. Outside of the fact of the whole 9/11 symbolism, this is just so happened to be, happening in New York City. Over 60 people were hurt, according to city officials, with 13 hospitalized in critical condition. There goes another occulting number, 13. A resident cited by the Post commented that the high death toll might be partially due to a fire alarm that goes off all the time, claiming people on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th floors went about their day until they saw smoke. That is ridiculous. And I've been in places where alarms would just go off and you just kind of ignore them. So that is pretty dangerous. And just to think of the potential, atrocity that can happen because of that. If it collapses to its own footprint, I'm done. I hear you, girl. Like this just has symbolism just written all over it. Hey, Salta Paul, how you doing? Always a 13, of course, always. So I just thought it was important to break to bring this to everyone's attention, because they're going to start changing the numbers up. So Mayor Eric Adams called it one of the worst fires in the city's history, declaring the impact would be felt by everyone. What's the favorite Blind 11 slogan? Never forget. Never forget. Fire Department Chief Daniel Najiro said victims were found on every floor and were being taken out in cardiac and respiratory arrest. That's interesting. Where else did we just hear this? Cardiac and respiratory arrest, especially if this building collapses. We know something is going on. Calling the situation unprecedented in our city. So I'm going to show this video clip right here. Check this out. All right, I'm going to pause right here, guys. Take a look at this shot for a minute. Tell me if you see anything special in this clip right here. Just take a good look at this pause, at this screen. Tell me if you guys see anything. What is this early stuff? I'm sleeping right now. Hey, Wormley, how you doing? I just got the screen paused real quick because this is what made me want to hop on here and do this live. Guys, look in the lower right-hand corner of your screen and tell me what you see. Go ahead and throw it in the chat. Anybody watching right now, go ahead and throw it in the chat. What do you see right there? There you go. Miss Maskless got it. Ring-a-ding-ding. Ring-a-ding-ding. This is what made me want to hop on here. Like, are you serious right now? Are you serious? Yeah. So if anybody noticed, the thumbnail I used for this video was ladder number 56. Yeah, ladder number 56. 5 plus 6 is what? 11. And I used that as the thumbnail for this video, that's one of the ladders that is going up to the 3rd floor to help get people out. I mean, come on, what's going on here, man? And for that to be right there, they wanted you to see it. And then they show it again. Tower ladder 33. Like, this is horrible. They said they were finding people on every floor. Of course, we got maskers walking down the street. Ooh, a few more 33. See, I didn't watch the whole clip. Once I saw that glimpse of the 33, okay, there we got a 75 right there. Yeah, they love it. Hey, Shulamite, how you doing? They love it. They love their symbols. We got a KHH on this license plate here. HH is 88. K is the 11th letter of the alphabet. We got 1188 right here. 88 is time and space. I'm just saying, when I see stuff like this, my brain just starts going, like, because it's always there. It's just the repetitiveness. It's always there. You cannot miss it. Funny how brick buildings burn. Whew, yeah. Is this one of them conspiracy channels? Whatever you want to call it, Wormley. I'm just here to point out the repetitiveness. That's all. That's all I'm saying. He's just they do it so much to the point where, come on, man. Firemen are deep in the security state. Where I'm from, they go to the fusion centers and stalk people for cops and FBI. Wow, really, New Edge? Goodness gracious. Yep. So, yeah, that's pretty bad. Thanks for everybody, stopping by this morning. I know it's a bit different to go live a little earlier, but thought I'd catch a different crowd. Look at that. Hey, you guys aren't wearing masks. Wear your masks. You're not being safe. Oh yeah, there goes ladder 56. There goes 11 there. Yeah. So this happened at 11 a.m. on January 9th. There goes 9/11 up, and there goes an 81. That's 18 backwards. That's 666. Goodness gracious. Yeah, so some 200 firefighters were sent to battle the fire in the Fordham Heights neighborhood before it was finally controlled. City officials are mobilizing resources to the area east of 181st. There goes another, wow, there goes another 18 backwards. 181st Street and Valentine Avenue, where the building is located to help displaced residents and their family members. See, when I see this stuff, I really don't read through it because I like you guys to receive my genuine reaction. Like, whoa, I didn't know it was on 181st Street. Wow, new video shows smoke pouring out of an apartment building. Let me see if this is a different view. There isn't any sound on this video. That's crazy. Yeah, so is this building gonna collapse in on itself? Massachusetts for you. Yeah, that's crazy. Yep. So let's see if this building dustifies or What kind of people are they going to interview after the fact? You should pay attention to the people's names that they interview after, after this event, because all these numbers, man, there's got to be something more to it. Used to buy my drugs 181st in the 80s. Oh my goodness, Three Fingers, really? When they shot, let me see, when they shot to stardom, DHS signed them up with Patriot Act. That's crazy. Yeah. So the death toll of 19 makes Sunday's blaze the worst in over three. Wow. Wow. Look at this, guys. So my brother JP did mention it to me. It's one of the worst fires in 33 years. And I couldn't find the source to kind of show you guys that, but I didn't know they mentioned it in this article. The death toll of 19 makes Sunday's blaze the worst in over 3 decades. Over 3, that could easily be 33 years. And the deadliest since a fire at Bronx nightclub Happy Land killed 87 people. Oh my goodness. In 1980, the unexpected tragedy came just days into the new year, after a 2021 in which fire fatalities jumped 16% in New York City, according to FDNY data. Yeah, look at the comment here. There has to be some contributory negligence by the residents that left the apartment and door open when their space heater caught fire. So yeah, they're saying this fire was caused by a space heater. Yeah, probably owned by Lucky Larry Silverstein. Ooh, somebody's in on it. All right, so tragic. Yes, the fire was bad, but does anyone else notice how stupid that the new mayor sounds when talking he is playing an SNL character, or is that for real? Oh, wonder what clip is that? Yeah, so what y'all think about this, man? Hey Dean, how you doing? I can't wait for the crisis actors. Yeah, that's what I was just mentioning. Like, we gotta pay attention to the people they interview after this, their names, their ages. It's gonna be entertaining. I'm not saying this is an entertaining event. No, absolutely not. But the crisis actors, they're gonna be all over this. Gematria Channel been studying this on YouTube for 8 years. Oh yeah, I don't really do gematria, but I'll definitely point out some numerical symbolism because it's always there. So I Googled this. Let me see. 5-alarm fire in New York. So they're calling it a 5-alarm fire. So meaning a pretty bad fire, which requires multiple units to be dispersed at the scene because of how bad the fire was. And they said they found, bodies on every floor. So for them to say they found bodies on every floor, people injured on every floor, but they really focused on the 3rd level of the building. I guess that's where the fire was the worst. And then number 3 in the occult, obviously, all staged. Not much smoke damage on building. Yeah, let's see. When you Google it, you just see the 9s and the 19s all over the place. They made it a point to announce the 9 children who died because, I mean, the children are the target overall with everything that's going on, right? I mean, we're literally seeing the children being toxinated right now, and then they're aiming towards toxinations for 4 and below, under 5 years old. So I just thought it was interesting that they point this out. Bronx fire kills at least 19 dead, including 9 children, and massive fire on East 181st. Crazy. Yeah. So you could just do a simple Google search and just see all the number symbolism. So early when these stories break is the best time to look it up because you'll see everything just thrown out in your face. So upon reading this story made me think about, y'all ever heard of the Greenfield Tower fire that was over in London? The Greenfield Tower fire, this happened on June 14th, 2017. And that was a pretty bad fire. Some people were thinking maybe this was some kind of do. I don't even want to, say the acronym out loud because YouTube might not like it. But this was a pretty bad fire. Over 70 people died in this fire, which I think it'd probably be more. Look at that fire. Y'all remember this one? 17 is, of course, Q. Cops and Irish mob and firefighters are Italian mob for the most part. New England area, all organized crime. Oh my goodness. Yep. Foot soldiers of the Freemasonic Order for sure. But yeah, the point of me bringing up the Greenfield Tower fire is because there was a lot of symbolism surrounding this too. I had my eye. This was back before I started making YouTube videos. I had my eye on this fire. Like, there's just something that's just a bit shaky about this. How that building engulfed the way it did. Now, this would have been classified as a 5-alarm fire, but this happened over in London. Sue Lutz, how you doing? 56 also, Pope and Society of Jesus. Right. Yeah, Miss Maskless. Look into the Grenfell Tower fire. So, another point of me bringing this up, when you simply Google the Grenfell Tower fire, your Google search results on 14th June 2017, Q, a high-rise fire broke out in the 24-story Grenfell Tower, Grenfell Tower block of flats in North Kensington, West London at 54 BST. What is that? Must be 1:54 in the morning. 72 people died, including 2 who later died in the hospital. More than 70 others were injured. And look at this. 223 people escaped. 223. What is that, guys? What does that look like? 223. Somebody say it in the chat. What's 223, y'all? What was the point of me bringing this up? Greenfield Tower fire. They have to let you know what this is. Hi, Tammy. How you doing? Good to see you, darling. 322. You got it, Salta Paul. You got it. We got Skull and Bones right here. Yep. We got Skull and Bones here. That's what made me bring this up. Like, when this first happened back in 2017, I kind of had my eye on it. I'd been seeing this stuff, but I just really didn't have the confidence to start making YouTube videos back then. I was just a viewer. I'd comment every now and then. But when I read about the New York fire, I definitely thought about this, because this was pretty wicked. And the crisis actors they used during this time, too, were crazy as well. And I think the Fullerton Informer did a little breakdown on this. And it was showing, like, I don't even know if I can talk about it. Certain towers were around this building in the area. They had just installed them. Insurance policies taken out on this building ahead of time. So we, same stuff, guys. Same stuff. Look at it. This is pretty wicked too. So I thought of this tower fire with that New York fire. And so now at this point, the best thing to do is to start paying attention to the, I don't even know if I can say it. Ms. Masless said it earlier in the chat. The people they're going to interview after all of this, which is now censored because YouTube say they don't exist. But you can literally go and sign up and get paid to be one of those people who gets interviewed on the news. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. So that's crazy. All right, so I'm going to spin off into something completely different, but I just thought I'd mention it because, this stuff is crazy, guys. Bob Saget passed away. And it kind of triggered me because I'm seeing people all over the place just kind of torn up and broken up about this because, he's the loving father on television and everything. And he hosted America's Funniest Home Videos. And, he was just that guy, just that loving Hollywood father, right? And he had the Olsen twins and blah, 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 blah. And, just the American dad, right? Yeah, but this guy is a pretty interesting character, just like all of them. Probably amongst one of the worst. I mean, it's kind of like a 180-degree spectrum. They do it all the time. They'll play this nice, sweet, awesome character, wholesome individual on television, but in reality, they're pretty wicked people. So I just kind of wanted to show y'all some footage. Some of you have probably seen this already, but yeah, let's play this real quick. It's just some footage of Bob Saget.
Why should we pick Bob Saget, who raped and killed a girl in 1990? Well, first of all, it's not true.
Okay, so you know Hollywood likes to do this. This is the roast of Bob Saget, and they like to throw truth in your face, especially with comedians. They like to make it look like a joke. So this is some of the worst stuff I've ever heard.
It's not true that Bob Saget raped and killed a girl in 1990. How do you make an ass hurt? The Olsen twins say, well, Bob Saget hands you a chocolate milk that he just made, and you wake up 3 hours later, lying on your stomach.
What a tough gig that must have been, huh? His entire job consisted of saying, take a look at this, which is what he used to say to Mary-Kate Olsen in her dressing room. I love him like a perverted uncle who pays for lunch and then follows me into the men's room. Al should have been called Blackjack because he hit on the Olsens when they were 8. He didn't stop till they were 21. Is it true that you used to give Mary-Kate acting lessons? He'd tell her, act like this never happened. Bob Saget is a sick bastard. He has 2 daughters in college and 3 girlfriends in high school. Most comic streamer performing in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh my goodness, y'all. Are y'all hearing this, man? Like, this is awful. Some of the worst. All right, man, I'll stop. It's just, I'd be banging my desk like Jeff C right now.
Bob Saget dreams of performing in Hannah, Montana.
Bob has done a lot for this country. For 8 seasons, half an hour a week, Full House kept pedophiles off the street. In fact, 3 of them were on the show.
I'm glad I got out of sitcoms before you killed them. You didn't just kill sitcoms, you raped them and left them for dead in a ditch.
So, and check this out. They like to say that something is wrong with us because I literally do not find this funny at all. At all. Even if I wasn't the type of person to make these type of videos, if I was just one of the normies just watching this, I still would not have found this funny. Like, how can you make a joke about that? Like, and they're just loving it. They're just eating it up. Look at this guy. Like, oh yeah, he's laughing so hard his eyes are closed.
The other day, after all these years, I'd never met the Olsen twins. He introduced me to them. I said to him, how do I tell them apart? He says, Ashley swallows.
Is there a room on the set where you would...
Hang on, look at this lady. She just screaming like, oh yeah, I swallow. Look at this. Oh my goodness.
Me to them. I said to him, how do I tell them apart? He says, Ashley swallows.
Is there a room on the set where you would go in order to be the filthy mouth individual? Because, of course, we can't say most of the words that are in this book, but you were able to deal with it on the set where that was also not allowed.
I was a bit manic on the set, and I was also, even when there's kids, like I'm doing book signings, I'm doing one at the 92nd Street Y tonight, and it's difficult if there's kids there. I do stop myself because I am a dad. It's a conflicted thing. So I was on good behavior, but sometimes I did some inappropriate acts.
All right. Well, let's talk about...
He couldn't even say it. At least he knows it's inappropriate. And Miss Maskless, that's how that lady was screaming. She's screaming like, yeah, I do it too. That's me. Oh, yeah. Oh, these people are sick.
Some of the training, some of the people that you've met who have encouraged you.
Asses
I can't even believe
and doing
that.
It was like I was just looking and going, wow, he made a lot of money doing that.
Well,
So hang on. This is... I don't even know which one of these clips I can say is the worst, but guys, pay attention to his dialogue on this one. Just listen.
watch it and I can't even think that I'd
did it.
That you did it, yeah.
But then there's a thing in here about that, it's called parenting my own and other people's kids. And they're making me tell this one story, which I can tell it right here as it is in the book, but I couldn't tell it. I've been having to tell it all, buffered for all this. I was on The View yesterday. They wanted me to tell it, and I told it. They instead of Ashley and Mary Kate, for Michelle, as a 3-year-old kid, they gave me a doll to talk to for rehearsal. A rubber doll, not even plastic.
See, I never really paid attention to all the symbolism of this show. So Full House ran for 8 seasons. So 8 is like the infinity symbol. Okay, 8 has symbolism within itself. And then they were 3 years old. Yeah, and there were 2 of them. So we know how the fallen one loves twins. Wow, I just never paid attention to all of the occultic references of this show. This is nuts, guys.
Like a test dummy, it looked like a porn doll. It was just missing the stuff.
Sure.
All those things. You ever done that? You ever been with one of those things?
Well, not one that I would hold that would mimic a 4-year-old, but yeah. Have I ever? Yeah.
Sure. All the kids that were on the show were very young then. They're young. And they were up in their schoolroom or in the trailer. And I was there with just the crew. It was mostly guys, a couple of ladies, but I had the rubber doll. I'm in the bedroom. I have to do Anthony, the morality play of that show.
The little speech.
Synthesizer music comes in, you start talking. And so there wasn't at that moment, but that was the scene. So I'm in her room and I'm going, honey, I'm holding the doll. I'm looking into a rubber doll's head. Now, I was always a comedian since I was 17. So I said, I can't do this.
Comedian since he was 17. There's Q again. Look at, guys, come on, man.
Can we just read it? Do I have to do this? I went, no, we need it for blocking. Cameras need to see it. You need to see it. So I'm talking to it, you can't do this, you can't do that. And then I just grabbed it, and I just threw it on the bed and I just started pretending, that I was right. So the crew's watching this and they're laughing their asses off. But I did it kind of slow. I didn't do it. I took my time with it. I didn't want to do anything to offend anybody. At first I was dancing with it, and then I was laying in the bed talking to it.
And then foreplay, sure.
Yeah, exactly. And then it was very lifelike.
Wow.
What? Come on.
That's great.
You can cut this out, right?
No.
So one of the moms is a punchline. So one of the moms comes down, and this is all true, and she goes, you got to stop this right now. This is on the monitors. The kids can see this in the classroom. The kids are watching you do this. And I'm literally I'm just going, like Lenny and Mice and Men. It's not a good thing what I'm doing.
Wow.
And that's a good reference to it. It just gets worse.
Sure
doing it. There's something wrong with me. And then she said, the kids are watching it. I said, well, turn off the monitors. I'm working.
Right.
And that was my excuse was that I'm working. I considered that
You're working.
It was work.
And instead of stopping,
I did stop
tell them
after
to
she
turn
came
off
down.
the monitors.
What classrooms?
They would have the kids on a sitcom or a television show. They're getting learning.
Yeah, I thought it was.
They're doing book learning.
I wasn't sure it was some weird closed circuit thing with public schools or something.
No, that would have been awesome, right?
Amazing.
So yeah, that was a mouthful. Oh boy, see what y'all up to. I see somebody just put in the chat Tony Danza passed away. That's interesting. Yeah, Justice Code. I'm going to touch on that in a second. I didn't have to admit it. That's what happened. Yeah, who knows? Who knows if it's fake, if it's real, if they took saline, if they're just saying it. Yeah, who knows? But just something else I wanted to point out. It's pretty interesting. The place where he revealed all of that was Sirius XM satellite radio. If you know about the Sirius symbolism and the dog and all of that. Yeah, that's another deep dive within itself. But it's interesting for him to reveal all that on Sirius. So just, yeah, pretty interesting. Thanks, Miss Maskless. Yeah, there's trigger words in the chat. Get the channel flagged and everything. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right.
Gigs around this great country, maybe in Vegas. It's kind of like Cirque du Soleil, but more like Jerk du Soleil, because that's what they're going to do to each other. They walked in this guy's office, and the agent goes, well, what do you people do? And the father's like, watch us. The father's like ripping off his kid's clothes, and he takes his wife's bra and he throws it off of her, and he rips off her underwear, and he takes some of her pubes with it. It's horrible, and there's a little bit of blood starts dripping down her leg, and they're all like, there's like women and children are walking up here right now. So the father's like totally undressing his whole family, and then he gets out an epilator and he starts shaving his wife's back. His daughter's got like a little, she's having her friend, she's having her period. So he just pulls out the tampon and throws it at the window, and it sticks. And then they all just start fucking each other. They go down on each other in all different configurations. It's 69, it's 29 because the kids are young. It's 9. The father bends his kid over on the guy's desk, and he's like taking him from behind. All of a sudden, the kid can't take it. Diarrhea starts squirting out of his ass, and it won't stop. It's like a hemorrhaging shit ass. The kid starts spinning in a circle.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna scoot past this one. That's horrible, and it can. Yeah, this just continues to get worse and worse and worse. I'm not gonna put you guys through that, but yeah, I just want you to get a taste of what this dude is talking about. If you want to find this and watch it yourself, yeah, totally up to you. But I'm gonna see if there is any other clips along this montage here. Dang, how long does this go? Because I didn't watch this whole thing. Goodness gracious, it's going. Yeah, that's pretty long. I'm not gonna play all that. Nobody important except on Tuesdays. How you doing? I haven't seen you in a long time. Good to see you in the chat, man. Good to see you. Yeah, this is absolutely disgusting, Sue. I agree. It's horrible. So, yeah. Let's take a look here. What else did I have to show? All right. So, yeah, as what someone else earlier had said in the chat, he was a proponent for the booster seat. You know, the Jabarewski in the booster seat. This guy, yeah. And they have the nerve to call him legendary. Die suddenly. You ever see what happens when you Google die suddenly? Yeah, so I don't know if these celebrities are really passing from this. You guys know what I'm alluding to, or if they're just saying it. And he just recently performed at a hotel, and they found him non-responsive. And he joked about it days before, allegedly. I went to the dumbest pharmacist yesterday and asked for my booster seat, and he gave me a child's seat. I was peeved until I sat at the table and was a foot taller. Yeah, so check out this clip, which just so happens to be 57 seconds long. You know what 5-7 is? 5 and the 7th letter of the alphabet. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting.
No, if bats suddenly became a delicacy, had this not happened, it could have really had a shelf life. It could have been like the octopus or the squid. And nope, they had to go and screw it up. So
yeah, they got canceled.
Well, be careful out there and do whatever you got to do to be safe. And I'm not even going to preach. I try not to preach, about. I got my booster shot. I'm 65, so I got it yesterday, day before, and I was hurting. I had it. I've been telling people I got it in my ass, but I got it. I had it right below my balls because I wanted them to get bigger. So
yeah,
I think that's a real booster. It raises you an inch off your chair. So that's what it's meant to do.
I think I'll do it that way.
Do it that way. And tell the pharmacist that Bob told you to do that.
Yeah, what a horrible person. Yeah, I went to the dumbest pharmacist. Yeah, please, people, I don't want to preach, but please get your Visine today. Sorry, autocorrect. I meant Toxone. Help save eyes. Sorry, dang this autocorrect. I meant save lives. Yeah, so who knows if these people are really getting this stuff. Sounds dopey. Xanax booster. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What else did I have up here? So it's interesting that they're slowly creeping this into the mainstream news. I just thought I'd mention this and we'll cut out of here. I wasn't, planning to do something really long. I just want to hop on here for people who may not be able to catch me later in the day. But Yeah. Why are so many toxinated people getting C-19, written by George Orwell, lately? Why are so many toxinated people getting C-19? A couple of factors are at play, starting with the emergence of the highly contagious Omicron variant. Omarion is more likely to infect people, even if it doesn't make them very sick. And its surge coincided with the holiday travel season in many places. So this is an article from January 4th, by the way. So people might mistakenly think CV-19, 1984 toxones will completely block infection. Well, maybe because that's what you said when all of this first started, that the Jabarewski was going to stop all of this. So what do you mean? You did this, and now they're backpedaling. Yeah, so but the shots are mainly designed to prevent severe illness. Okay, so, and the toxones are still doing their job on that front. What? And the toxones are still doing their job on that front, particularly for people who've gotten booster seats. Yeah. All right. So that's that. Yep. So yeah, this article is disgusting. I'm not gonna torture you guys with any more of that because this is just horrible. 2 doses. Let me see. 2 doses of Pfizer, BioNTech, or McLaren toxones, or 1 dose of the J&J toxone still offer strong protection against serious illness from Omicron variant. While those initial doses aren't very good at blocking Omarion infection, booster seats, particularly with the Pfizer and McLaren toxones, rev up levels of the antibodies to help fend off infection. So they're just going to continue pushing this on. And now we've got the Delta Cron. I mean, at this point, come on. I mean, who can still be believing this stuff? I'm just saying. And then they saying the Flu-Roos making a comeback. Now they've added, they've merged the Flu-Roo and the Rona. We've got Flu-Rona now. I mean, at this point, I just feel like they're just trolling us. They've mind controlled people to the point where they can say and do whatever, and people will just eat it all up, man. Drop PooTube, Gracebook, Twitter, Rumble, and Gab. All right, let's go. So my last story here, I'm going to go ahead and cut out of here, but I just wanted to share this because there's still some blindness even amongst the so-called truth community about what's going on right now. And this is what's trending on Twitter right now. Bare shelves Biden twins in US over supply issues. So yeah, people are still blaming Joe Biden for what's going on with the bare shelves. Yeah. As supply shortages continue in the US, conservatives blame President Scriden for the bare shelves. Yeah, bare shelves Biden became one of Twitter's top political trending topics as Americans posted photos of empty supermarket shelves amid continuous supply chain issues in the U.S. Angry social media users displayed photos of empty supermarket shelves from across the U.S. and blamed the president for the supply issues, with one American complaining, "I feel like I am in a third world country." Oh, honey child, you haven't seen anything yet. So they're still playing this right-left paradigm thing. They're going to take this to the death, I'm assuming. Hey, Knowledge 2020, how you doing? Mac TV, what's going on, homie? Good to see you in the chat, buddy. Appreciate you. Let's see. People that are trying to hold on to their worldview or believing it. Yeah, you're absolutely right, New Edge. You're right. Yeah, remember ARPA was going after the... Yeah, I'm not even going to read all that. Yeah, you're right, though. You're right. Saw to Paul. I'm just not going to read that comment. Yep. I got a strike for that last time. Absolutely. Okay. So here we are. What's happening here? People are thinking because we voted for a certain person that all of this is happening. And this would have happened under any president. Just saying. This is just keeping stuff like this is just keeping the left-right paradigm alive. And the Bible tells us to neither sway to the left or the right. So wide is the path of destruction, narrow is the path of salvation. It's best to stay somewhere in the middle. Keep your head on a swivel, understand both sides, and be fully aware. Pet food aisle at an Albertsons grocery store in Maryville, Washington. Check that out. And they're talking about, I feel like I'm in a third world country. America hasn't seen anything yet, man. This is just the beginning of whatever is to come, which the Bible tells us is pretty bad. Yeah, that's wild. Check that out. And yeah, and of course, you could do some kind of preparing, but in the physical flesh, there's only so much we can do because, we don't have the power to save ourselves. We just don't. Yeah. Instead of mean tweets, we have bare shelves Biden. Yeah, because we still got people worshiping T. Rump, even though he's admitted to taking the booster seat, pushing the Jabarowski. And I don't know. This is just a major form of cognitive dissonance. And now people are, mass formation psychosis. Like that's a new thing. Like we've been sounding the alarm about this stuff. But now since Robert Malone mentioned it and Joe Schill Rogan says it, now it's the gospel. Let's see. Ceiling Fan Man, how you doing? Yeah, you're right. Dr. Drum Bear, how you doing? Good to see you in the chat. Plan destruction so we can build back better. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's how you build back better. Jeannie, how you doing? Hi, Jeannie. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I thought I'd go live early in the day so people can, I can reach some different viewers because I typically go later. So I appreciate you all being here. Pretty wicked, right? I mean, I just can't imagine a Venezuela happening here in the United States, but United States is like the last domino. And when you think about all of this stuff, you just think about countries all overseas. They know all about American politics. I've got a friend who didn't even know who the French president was. So we don't know much. Like our own media has us blinded from international news. So that's why a lot of people don't even know. They don't understand the depth of what's going on because our media keeps us so focused on other things. And while all other international countries, they know exactly what's going on. All eyes are on America right now because once America falls, that's it. Let's see. I'm taking a look at the chat here. Bare shelves Biden. Yeah, so the whole point here is just to say, come on, people give Biden too much credit. You really think this incompetent guy has the ability to cause all this destruction on his own? I mean, come on. I mean, you look like an idiot giving this guy that much credit. I'm just saying. That's just me. Check that out. I don't know about those with Taker States, but today at Trader Joe's, it was full stocked and packed with shoppers. Yeah, just depends on the area. But you're blessed. Stock up, sweetheart. Let's see, let's read some tweets. This is in no way organic, and I hope Twatter will look into the use of prohibited third-party tools here. What's going on? What are these twats saying? Take pictures and tweet empty shells at stores where you live. See, they're not doing this for the right reasons. They're doing this to bash the left because they're so caught up in the left-right paradigm. Let's go. Bear shells Biden. Bear shells Biden. Trend it. See, they can come together and do stuff like this, but, you know, you tell them about their beloved conservative trap, and they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear about how they're falling into a deliberate plan, how they're falling into the right-left paradigm. They don't want to hear anything about that. And that is, it's truly disheartening. It's truly sad. And along with that, along with the right-left paradigm, the red and the blue, when you think of how, okay, when you think of this entire thing as a whole, the Build Back Better, so that's just the new, another form of the New World Order mantra of the phoenix rising from the ashes. They have to destroy the current world order to build a new. And I wonder if there's ever going to come a time where they're going to let these people know that the red and blue have been working together this entire time. Maybe that'll happen once the Antichrist reveals himself. Maybe that's when the red and the blue are going to merge and become the purple at that point. Because I don't think the left and right paradigm is going to stay around forever. I think they're going to use it just to that point where they've got people right where they want them, and merge it together for the purple. And that's why, you know, you got the big top dogs like CNN, Reuters, NPR, AP, why they constantly push the color purple, because eventually the red and blue are going to merge and show you this whole time that this is what we've been, you know how the Bible says, you know, hearts are going to fail. You know, once they reveal themselves, and well, we already see hearts failing from the taxon, but you know, it's not going to be here nor there. But let's take a look at the chat real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Let's see. Twats. Left wing, right wing, same demonic bird. Oh yeah, you're absolutely right, Mac. Yeah, absolutely. So that's just how I see all of this. Jessica Jane, how you doing? I thought they did that when Trump gave Hillary the standing ovation. Ha ha ha. They just turn the heads when the truth reveals itself. Absolutely. They've been flaunting this purple, this color purple in front of us for a very long time. Thank you for being you. The likes are uncool. Thank you, Gregorius. I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on here and bring you guys some stories and just to say hello. And I want to thank all of my new and recent subscribers. Thank you all for coming by. I really appreciate it. I have no clue why you guys like to come on here and listen to what I have to say, but this is how I'm feeling about it. We're in the middle of a spiritual war, and only putting your trust and faith in the Lord Jesus Christ is what's going to get you out of here. I mean, you can stock, you can prep, you can buy all the guns, but just remember, you only have two hands. Okay? You're only going to be able to hold a sandwich in one, and depending on what kind of gun you're holding, you can't even fire most guns one-handed. So you only got two hands. So buying all kinds of guns, ammo, you know, warehouses full of food is only going to last you so long. I mean, there could be a rainstorm, an earthquake, or whatever, blah, 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 blah. And I am not going against prepping by no means. No, absolutely not. You know, if that's what you feel led to do, do that. If you have the means to do that, do that. Stock yourself up. Talk to your neighbors around you. Because it's good. Share the gospel whenever you can. You know, be prepared to help your neighbors around you, because there's going to be some hungry people. And when people are hungry, they'll go to whatever routes to do whatever. And a lot of people aren't ready for that. And right now, I see everybody crying over Bob Saget. They're most certainly not ready for this. I'm just saying. So I'm going to take another look at the chat here before I wrap it up. I'm not going to hold y'all too long. For the glory of Christ, how you doing? Good to see you. I appreciate all of you, you know, being here. And I'm going to take a look how long I've been on. Oh, 54 minutes. Yeah, I'll go ahead and keep it short. So thank you guys for taking the time to come out. And all the ladies, come see me. I'll protect you. Especially you, Miss Maskless. Nuez, you are hilarious. Absolutely. I'm here because Sister Holy Spirit Fury recognized other Holy Spirit Fury. Hallelujah. Amen, Jessica Jane. I appreciate that. Yeah, New Edge is a clown. Absolutely. Yeah, I just love coming on here and just talking to everybody in the chat. Yeah, I just love it. Y'all are hilarious. So yeah, I don't think I had anything else to show you. I did read the Taxone article. RT gets down though. I really prefer international news sources instead of the domestic ones, because the domestic news sources are gonna keep us, in the, I'm not saying this stuff isn't filled with mind control, because it most certainly is, obviously, from the article I just read you, but you've got a glimpse, at least a little glimpse of what's going on. We got war brewing in the Ukraine. Kazakhstan is just burning down. Have you seen any footage of these people like taking over the military, holding the military at gunpoint? People getting raped, all kind of stuff. Some of their celebrities have even gotten killed. Yeah, they had the nerve to mention the celebrities. I'm like, dude, your entire country is going through this. I mean, come on, but you gotta mention this celebrity by name. Oh, he got his Lamborghini stolen in the middle of Kazakhstan. I'm like, what are you doing driving that in the middle of a revolution anyway? I mean, you just had a target on your back. I'm just saying. But yeah. So I'm rambling now. Sorry, guys. Have to go. Thanks for your great information. All right, Sue. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Wars and rumors of wars. You right, Knowledge 2020. You right. You're right. Thanks, Jeannie. Appreciate you. Yes, they are killing civilians in Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan crisis attempt to copy 2014 Ukrainian Maidan Putin. Yeah, it's pretty bad there. It's pretty wicked. Yeah, Kazakhstan, it's pretty bad. Colorado fires were another. Oh yeah, I'm not even gonna read that comment out loud, but I agree, Gregorius. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see about this Daily Mail article. I noticed something. If I leave Daily Fail, yeah, this is the freaking Daily Fail. If I leave the Daily Fail tab up, this changes on its own. I didn't know it did a self refresh. So when I cut my laptop on this morning, whoa. There's another article inside Bronx duplex where space heater fire started and killed at least 19 as families ignored fire alarms. See, I told y'all, Daily Fail refreshes on its own. The last time I had this tab open, it was showing Bob Saget. Now it's showing African father reveals he pulled daughter from burning mattress and fled with his 8 kids. Of course, it's 8, but accidentally left front door open. So that's how the front door got open? Oh, and look how many shares this article has. 13. Ring-a-ding-ding. Okay, let's take a look at this. I had no idea this article was going to be up. And why is it mentioning the Pope? Pope Francis, the Pope, offered his condolences Monday to the victims of devastating apartment fire in a telegram sent to New York Cardinal Timothy Dolan. Dude, this is the guy who I feel like is running America right now. Look him up, guys. Timothy Dolan. Look that guy up. Another Jesuit. Look him up. So the Pope Francis is the first, widely, known Jesuit Pope. Look up this guy. People are thinking it's a Bojivin or T. Rump that's running things. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. These Jesuits are running the show, y'all. Just saying. I'm hoping this doesn't get striked or whatever, but look at this. I had no idea this article was up. I just stumbled upon it. Mac TV talking about ramble on. I guess I'll ramble on. Always think of Astana when I thought of Kazakhstan. Yeah. The blaze was 3N and caused by a faulty space heater. That is nuts. The building is home to many immigrants from West Africa, especially Gambia, and has a mix of private renters and those who rent is being paid by the state. Wake said he was asleep when the fire broke out, recalling how his kids alerted him to the blaze. One of the kids said, oh, daddy, there's a fire. I got up and there was smoke in the kids' rooms. Smoke had filled the now ash-covered unit. It was dark. His son, Haim Vague, 16, told the newspaper. We were all coughing. Although his entire family survived the blaze, the tragedy left Vague stricken with grief. Twin Peaks? Oh my goodness. We've got twin symbolism, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. I just asked it. Really? Really? So we've got the blind 11 symbolism. It happened at 11 a.m. 19 people died, including 9 children. Twin parks. We've got twin symbolism, ladies and gentlemen. We've got it confirmed. Check this out. What y'all saying in the chat? Yeah, space heater. Yep, we've got Janus. You're absolutely right. Knowledge 2020. We've got the Janus twin symbolism. We've got the Gemini here. Yeah, we can definitely look up this guy who was just interviewed. I bet his birthday is Gemini. Yeah, there are no such thing as coincidences. I mean, come on, man. How many coincidences can there be before it's mathematically impossible? We've got twin symbolism. I had no idea. What's the address of this building? Is that the address? 333 Twin. Well, I think it was one on 181 East Street. So you got the 18 backwards. The inferno caused by faulty space heaters started in Unit 3N, where the Wig family lived. Investigators are still trying to determine how the blaze spread. However, NYC Eric Adams said it appears the smoke spread due to a door that was supposed to automatically close being open. Let me see. Mamadou Wag. So we've got his name right here. MW. You know MW could be 33. Y'all know that, right? MW could definitely be 33. No coincidences ever. You're right, Gregorius. MW could definitely be 33. We should look this dude up and see what his birthday is. I bet he's a Gemini. Yep. Said he was asleep and the fire broke out, recalling how his kids alerted him to the blaze. Let's see. New York City's worst fire disaster in more than 30 years. I bet it's 33 years. They keep saying in more than 30 years. Why don't you just spit it out? How many years? They broke out on the second and third floor of the building. Oh, it is the address at 333 East 181st Street. Who said that in the chat? It was 333. The address of the building is 333 East. Y'all, if I smoke cigarettes, I'd definitely be smoking one right now. I don't smoke though, but this is cigarette worthy. I don't even know why people smoke cigarettes, but this, I feel like this is cigarette worthy. So this is the worst fire in 33 years of New York history. The address is 333 East. I can't even get it out. It's so ridiculous. 333 East, 181st Street. 81 is 18. 18 is 666. 181. Oh my goodness. 19 people died. 9 children. This happened on January 9th. Okay. At 11 a.m. And Fire Engine 33 was there to save the day. All right. 9 children were among at least 19 people killed and 63 injured. There's another 9, 6 plus 3, injured in Sunday's inferno. Dozens of residents were hospitalized, several in critical condition. See, I talked about this earlier, but I didn't know I was going to stumble across this article, guys. It just refreshed itself and it popped up. So we may as well talk about it. I mean, y'all still here. Twin Peaks. Yeah. Twin symbolism, for sure. Look at that. And we've got number 56 engine right here. 5 plus 6 is 11, ladies and gentlemen. We've got all of the blind 11 symbolism all over this thing. Come on, this is just classic example. So start watching the actors. I'm not even going to say the full phrase, but you know, the people that are, you know, hired during these events. I'm just saying. Yes, Fire Engine 33. So it was on purpose, just like June. The building that collapsed in Florida. Waited to pull the rest of the building until July 4th. Yes, no coincidence. No coincidences. Mac TV, yes, it was Fire Engine 33. And I know a few more of you are in the chat. You probably didn't see when I showed the 33. Workers clean up at the scene of a fire of a multi-level building apartment. This is 333 East. And the word East, doesn't that have some kind of symbolism with like fallen angels and Freemasonry? Like he who, like your brother coming from the East or something? Somebody let me know in the chat. Isn't that something like when you're tapped for the Brotherhood, when they say like coming from the East? Like, somebody let me know, because this address is very telling. 333 East. Someone said McAfee had paperwork in Florida condos. Wow. Yeah, I heard that too. Jessica Jane, your reaction to the story is awesome. Like, I really did not read this article. Like, it just popped up. So this is genuine for sure. Yep, code for Masons. I am a traveling man. That's right, Mac TV. 333 East. Come on. They are trying to tell us something. The year just started. Like, and for them to make a point to tell you how many children died, yeah, this is coming for the children. Watch Jupiter Ascending has the most facts on what they are doing with us. Wow. Where have you been traveling? In the East, searching for the light. Yeah. Yeah. The impact of this fire is going to really bring a level of pain and despair in this city. Oh, we just bet. This is exactly what you do with your rituals. Adam said during a press conference early this Sunday, the numbers are horrific. You bet. The numbers are horrific. This is exactly what made me do a live on this. We have over 32 people who are life-threatening at this time. May as well be 33. This is going to be one of the worst fires we have witnessed in the city of New York in modern times. Oh, man. Oh, boy. The fire started after a 3-year-old boy was playing with stove burners. All these threes. Sunday's blame came days just after a Philadelphia house fire killed 12 people, including 8 children. The numbers are just all over this, guys. All right, that was the deadliest fire in a U.S. residential apartment building since 2017. There's Q, where 13 people died. There's another occultic number in an apartment in the Bronx, according to the data from the National Fire Protection Association. The fire started after a 3-year-old boy. Okay. The deadliest fire prior to that was in 1989 when the Tennessee apartment building fire claimed lives of 16 people. There's 88. 16 is 8 plus 8. There's time and space. Yeah. So yeah, this can this can continue to go on forever. We definitely should look up into this guy. Let's see. If you loosely Google this feller, I wonder what happens. We were just trying to breathe. The I can't breathe narrative. We couldn't breathe. Mendelweg. Is he a date of birth August 19th? No, that can't be him. That's got to be somebody else. I don't know. I guess I'll do a deep dive into that. I won't do it right now, but yeah, that's the story, folks. This is what's happening. Yeah. So I guess I'll go ahead and get out of here. I had no idea about the name of the building. Yeah, that's crazy. So thank you all for stopping by this morning. Love and blessings to you all. Praise Jesus for his sacrifice, because that's the only way we're going to get out of this. And guys, where the paranoia is most certainly uncool. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching another live, because I know it was impromptu, kind of last minute, but I just couldn't let this story go by. So love you all. Thanks for all my new subscribers, and I am out of here, guys. Later.